income stream is branding yourself. Most people will get freaking scared of just doing this type of thing, but transparency is the new currency. You know, back in the day, everyone just lied and deceived and was doing things not above board. And we're all starting to wake up to that now since COVID. We know there's some bullshit going on. We know we don't like that whole, not transparency thing anymore. So this is where it's going. If you show on your journey, you become an omnipresent, which means you're on all platforms, which you can utilize. You can really leverage through virtual assistants, which I will show you at the end of this what virtual assistant I use so that I can leverage my time and be on all platforms with only making one piece of content. So how does this become profitable? So your brand will become profitable because if you're doing footages on YouTube, you can get paid money. Facebook will actually pay you money. And then anything you do, any project you just sign up, people will just jump straight onto it because they know, like, and trust you. And you've showed people that you're not just going to be there for 6 months and disappear. You're showing that you live by your truth. All right, so that's the third income stream. I won't go into this, but obviously it's the same thing as every other income stream. Have clarity, have accountability, have your daily habitual actions and sorted. I know that Tony Power's on the call here. His son, Bailey Power, is an absolute freak at daily habitual actions, daily disciplines. I don't advise you need to do 60 million things like he does. He's an elite version of that. But if you have set daily actions that you do every single day, you'll really advance your ability to succeed in these areas. Obviously, the education, which is developing the skill set and the theory behind it. Have the mentors and coaches, make that definite decision. Don't be like, I'm going to do it a little bit and see what happens. Say, no matter what, this is my decision. Just like when you say, I'm going to go get, going to the fridge and I'm going to get myself that piece of chocolate. You've decided no one's going to get in the way of you. That's pretty much the easiest way to explain it. And then that unconscious beliefs, which we talked about before. So I really don't like talking too much, but I have been. So what I want to do is just explain. Yeah, Bailey is amazing. Tony is his dad, and if I was Bailey's dad, I'd be super proud too. He's a fucking legend. So I want to just introduce some special guests that I currently work with and I'm collaborating with, because obviously the new world isn't going to be about competition. It's going to be about collaborating. And if you're not working with key people and helping each other, you're actually going to get left behind. So I'm going to introduce Austin Baines first, and then I'm going to introduce Sean Peters, which is on the right. Austin Baines runs True Dream, which is a new innovative program that's going to allow you to understand your spirituality and how you show up in the world through AI. I can't explain it at all because it's well above my head, but I'm just going to give Austin to speak real quickly. Just let us know what your company is, who you are, and what you think people can do to put themselves in a standard to really absolutely kill in 2024.
Yeah, awesome. You guys can hear me fine, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet as. So, hey everyone, my name's Austin and founder of True Dream. So, it was great looking at what you were just explaining then, Tim, and I appreciate the intro and hope everyone's doing well. With what I do right now is basically I've been deep into the technological field, so doing heaps of IT work in my time and throughout my career. And then I came across a lot of the spiritual and personal development work. And at the same time, I'm going through this transition, right, where I experienced a move from atheism to understanding that, everything is connected, and then we have quantum science and all these different things, right? And I'm trying to find how they all converge together, how they all mix together. And through all my studies, so in the last 5 years, I've been looking through all this and trying to really figure out reality from this lens. I've been through a few hoops and all these different projects and tools and going through work, leaving when they asked for the vaccinations. And around that time, I came up with this project. So around 2022. And with this project, what my goal was to really give people a way to understand their emotions, navigate through them, and really close the gap between their subconscious and conscious minds, right? Bring into their awareness the unconscious aspects of themselves, and then giving them the tools that help them integrate everything they're learning both practical, technical, and in every lens, providing them the education, providing them the software, and really using AI as our main anchor to really help people understand everything and connect all the bits of their knowledge to help them grow and understand their emotions, ultimately to increase their emotional intelligence. So yeah, like smashing it in 2024. Look, I've made this platform, just like how Tim said as well, collaboration is key, right? So one of the greatest things with our platform is we're trying to create an ecosystem. And one of the greatest things about an ecosystem is you exponentially drive each other up, right? So you got to think about that again, exponentially drive each other up. That means when all your communities start collaborating with each other and you guys start anchoring off each other's growth, and you let each other know where you went wrong, and you start constructively criticizing each other too, right? You experience exponential growth at a lens that you wouldn't imagine before. So you get an idea, you ask people, how do you get some ideas? How am I going to create it? What am I going to do? How am I going to hang around the right people that help me create this idea? How is that alignment going to work, right? And so in turn, 2024, in terms of smashing it, reach out to the people that you want to collaborate with, come up with ideas, come out with all the things that your mind thinks of in terms of growth in the lens of work and career. Really pump it out and get those ideas. And whenever I get an idea, if I get an idea for a particular video project or anything, I write it down, or it's like straight away, all the time. And the reason why that is particularly because I'm training the mind to accept ideas, so it knows later on to bring up more ideas. Otherwise, when you close off the option for an idea, the mind thinks that it shouldn't accept more and bring more up. That's what I learned, at least. And then it would bring in our platform, we want to give people the opportunity to earn money like MTC. So we give affiliate and all that sort of stuff. And that's another one of the main things you'll notice with Sean. He'll introduce himself in a second, and you'll probably see soon with Tim's as well, especially with Tim's giveaways and everything, right? You'll see this as well. We give people the opportunity to earn free products, upgrade themselves through our business, earn money through our businesses, and all these different things that we're launching, preparing now in 2024 going to be in full effect. So remember, don't be afraid to reach out or anything. It's always good to try and organize collaboration in every single form. So cheers for listening to me. I appreciate your time, and pass it back to Tim.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. That was sick. Austin is very humble, but he's actually the most intelligent person I've ever met. If you speak to him and he's not really being conscious of how he articulates his words, you'll get lost in his intelligence. He's creating something that I personally believe is going to challenge Elon Musk in the later days. He's 23 years old, fucking killing it. So if you come across True Dream or you have Austin on Facebook, follow him and listen to him, because I'm telling you right now, it's going to change the world. So what I will do is I'm going to introduce the other speaker of the day, Sean Peters, my current coach and mentor, good friend of mine. I've just spent the last week and a bit with my lovely wife over in his home behind. I was at that pool just the other day that you can see in the background. This dude is absolutely changed the world. He's very spiritual. He's made a killing in cryptocurrency. He's the fittest 52-year-old on the planet that I know of. I went to the gym with him and my calf muscles in my body is still killing me. Absolute machine, best bloke I've ever met. I'll introduce you to Sean Peters, and I'll allow him to just introduce himself, what he does and what his business is, and what he thinks that how you can set yourself up for 2024. Yeah, unmute yourself.
There we go. Mate, that intro was pretty special. Appreciate that. Big shout out to everyone that's on here. Obviously, my name's Sean. I can see so many people that are on here that we absolutely love. And Tim McMahon, I think the biggest thing for me, and that you very quickly get to realize, is it's not just about me and what I'm creating. OHE, optimal human experience, is something I've been passionate about for decades. So me and my world is something that I am fortunate enough to just absolutely fucking love, like you wouldn't believe. I get to live at this beautiful property. I've got a few others thanks to cryptocurrency and some pretty intellectual investing over the years. When it comes down to giving advice and creating programs and all that sort of thing, I am absolutely maniacal on doing the research. I love what you said before about transparency. And we've had many chats with Austin, with Tim. I can see Davey Rowe in there. I see Tony Powell in there. Some of the biggest things that we talk about is transparency. If you want to get up, and we had a huge event on Saturday night where Austin was talking, Tim was up speaking. I sit and I am so grateful to be around so many people that inspire me. And Tim is mentioning that I've given him and am mentoring him. Austin, I've done a heap of work with. So many people I get the pleasure of bringing in and overseeing basically their entire existence, which is OHE, Optimal Human Experience, right? People like the likes of Davey Rowe up the top here, so much respect for people like Davey and for what we're all doing as a collective community. That pretty much sums up OHE, my brand, my website, and everything I'm creating. So it's never just about me. I always mention United We Rise. I and Austin and Tim and so many more people constantly chat about how we can all connect each other. And then therefore, anyone that creates any aspect of any business, any course, any retreat, any program, well, then imagine if we just have this big collective and say, who needs a hand? Oh, you want to get 30 people there? Done. Let us know. We'll fill it up for you. But you're not just filling it up with people who are just wandering in. You're filling it up with people who have done the work on themselves, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And then imagine walking a walk with fucking men and women who you say something, and rather than people going, oh, you can't do that. Oh, you're kidding yourself. Who do you think you are? You're surrounding yourself with people by just simply logging on and being a part of certain programs who will just pick you up every fucking day of the week. And if you're struggling, doesn't matter what level you're struggling at, everyone, being a human being, you have energetic sequence. Well, then imagine if no matter what and no matter where you're doing or whatever you're doing, there was always someone there to give you a hand. Well, that to me is everything. So optimal human experience, you talk about things like True Dream, and Tim, fuck yeah. Austin is an absolute genius. I get to spend daily conversations with Austin Baines, and to see someone at an age who's just fucking centuries beyond his actual physiological age, biological age, mate, he's a physiologically 22-year-old man who biologically is probably fucking 6,000 years old. What he's creating, and I'm just using you, Bainesy, I'm using you as an example, mate, because we did a podcast with Timmy yesterday. So the example and the mentality of these young, I say kids, but they're fucking men and they're impressive men. For what they're creating, it's just not about themselves. They don't give a fuck. Like, they're creating their dreams and passions for humanity. And anyone that fucking comes to me with that kind of concept, well, I'm just in. 100%. I have a catchphrase, and you'll hear this a lot coming out of my mouth, is for the betterment of humanity, united we rise. And every single human on this planet has the capacity to make a difference to someone. And all you got to do is just simply find your relevance. So how do you find your relevance? You get curious about what if I could, what if I did this, what if I did that? Something that you see behind me that is created through thousands of hours of research into crypto at the right time, quite a few years ago. But you're talking about decades. So I've been investing, bought my first house at 18, saved up my money. Everyone's giving me shit for not going out and about, which I did go out and about. But I would save certain bits. No, not tonight, boys. Save my money. Bought a house, rented it out to my mates, and then started on that journey. So I very quickly realized that working a 9 to 5 was just fucking never for me. I very, very quickly realized that if you invest your money, you can become very, very wealthy, which I'm fortunate to have done that. I don't even feel like I've fucking tickled the surface. And then when Tim was mentioning, which he has been for quite a while, around the concept of aligned and limitless, and being aligned with someone like Brendan, AMD, fuck, mate, no brainer. You should see the work that Tim puts in behind the scenes to get to where he is now. Well, mate, I'll stand behind and beside and fucking alongside people like that every day of the week for literally ever. I love what I do. So for what we're creating, OHE is basically optimal human experience. It will advance every aspect of your life. And then basically it's all intertwined. So you've got True Dream, you've got Aligned and Limitless. And for what we're creating on the big picture of things, you're just always going to have something to tap into. You know, Davey Rowe, EQ, Tony Powell's out there doing his thing, and he's got some